Good morning, guys. KDOT 357 coming to you again. Today is the 3rd of June. So I guess what's at the forefront as far as news goes is the recent shooting that just happened a few days ago, less than a few days ago, in Virginia Beach. And it just seems like these things are happening so much that I'm not saying that we're becoming desensitized when these things happen, and the wow factor, like oh my gosh factor, is not as great. But really, it is. It's almost something that we've sort of come to expect on a somewhat regular basis, and the only thing that really changes is the names of the victim. Of course, we don't really want to say the name of the suspect or the bad guy, the one that did the shooting, and the places. The names of the victims and the places is the only thing that changes. Other than that, a mass shooting is a mass shooting. It's about the shooter just shooting as many people as he possibly can. And of course, it's Mr. Dwayne Craddock that killed 12 people, as far as I know, as far as recent news that I got this morning, and injured 4 others that I'm assuming that are hospitalized. Of course, you want to talk total kill would be him as well, would make 13. But and what's incredible about this one, I guess people are saying that he was a disgruntled employee, but he actually wished one person a good day on the day of the shooting, brushed his teeth at work as he normally would do, and gave no indication, not one single person that was interviewed, as far as I can tell from what I'm reading, the news, said that he didn't seem to be a bad person. So, they're trying to find the motive, but they can't get in this guy's mind. Only God knows why he did what he did. I would say it's just pure evil is all it is. If he wasn't happy with life, I don't like that, but he could just kill himself, just go somewhere and mind his own business and use one of those pistols and kill himself, But he indiscriminately shot many people that he worked with for years. And oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure this municipal building had a sign at the front door saying no firearms allowed. I'm just certain it did, like ours here in Lee County, but it didn't make any difference. As a matter of fact, this person was one of the employees there, okay? Once again, I will submit to you that if somebody there had a firearm that had training, of course, maybe less people would have been killed. Okay, and I'm sure there might be an argument on both sides. When I say both sides, both and those out there against firearms. A lot of people out there that are against firearms, quite frankly, don't know what they're talking about. They just don't know. They think all guns are a bad thing, and they're only used for one thing. It's for evil. Well, they're used to stop evil too. Dwayne Pierre, or LaPierre, whatever his name is, that was the president of the NRA, said very simply, as simply as it could be put, the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. Well, the good guys came in the form of the police, the SWAT team, and did stop this guy. And I'm sure this guy wanted to go out in a blaze of glory because he, after he got through shooting all these people, he shot at the police. He wasn't about to surrender, wasn't planning on surrender. And I figured, and one of the police officers was shot, and the only thing that saved him was his ballistic vest. So he was planning on dying that day as well. He wasn't planning on being taken into custody. It just really sickens me, and I've said it so many times before. I'm a police officer, former police officer of 15 years. I'm still a law enforcement firearms instructor. I'm a concealed carry instructor as well, and an NRA pistol instructor. But and I say this in my classes all the time, that these signs, it's just incredible. The people that put these signs up, the governments, the municipalities, the county municipalities, the county public buildings that put these signs up think that that's going to somehow or another stop a bad guy. The only people that are going to obey those signs are good guys, okay? At their own peril. And that's the thing. They will obey those signs at their own peril. Okay? They'll go in there. But a daggone criminal is not going to obey the signs. For crying out loud, people, wake up. make it somewhat of an even playing field. Make it to where the bad guy, when he comes in and there's no signs on the door, he or she knows there is a possibility that somebody in there is armed and I'm going to have to deal with them. And the one thing I like about the concealed carry is the gun's concealed. Because if I'm a bad guy and I walk in there, I want to kill as many people as I want. If I see someone's got a gun on, that's the first person that I'm going to shoot. I don't know about you, Mr. Bad Guy, or you, Mr. Other Bad Guy, but that's the first person I'm going to shoot. Because they're a potential threat to me, okay? They're going to try to stop me, perhaps, of inflicting my mayhem on innocent, unsuspecting victims. So, once again, you've all seen the news. 12 killed, 4 injured, and I'm sure, once again, the investigation is going on only as far as trying to figure out a motive. I don't know that they're going to figure out a motive. Who knows? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There shouldn't have been a sign on that door. And please, somebody comment if they find out or hear whether there was a sign on the door. I wish they'd put that. I wish the media would put that out there. And folks, oh, by the way, but there was a sign on the door that prohibited Mr. Craddock from bringing a firearm in there, but he did it anyway. He did it anyway. So the signs are useless. They're useless. Okay? They're useless. I mean, we have signs on our county buildings, public county buildings, prohibiting firearms. And we're probably going to end up revisiting that very, very soon. Because, listen, I want people to live, not die, especially good people. Good people. And at least make that criminal think that, hey, there may be somebody in there that's armed, whether it's a government employee or an innocent or a law-abiding citizen that's trained with their firearm. It's absolutely incredible. I've had a couple of people in county commissioner meetings when this little subject got brought up, that one guy made a statement. Of course, I'm not going to say his name. Well, that's what our fine police department's for. That's what our fine sheriff's office is for. Hey, listen, didn't work out in Virginia Beach, did it? By the time SWAT team got there was already 12 people killed and 4 others injured. And one of the SWAT guys got shot. Usually this crap goes down before law enforcement gets there. As a former law enforcement officer, I would tell you nothing would suit us better than to be able to get there and take this guy out before he starts his mayhem. But the police respond because the shooting had already started. That was the reason for the police being called. So by the time the 2 or 3 minutes that it takes him to get there, the deed has been done. Supposedly he was armed with 2 handguns. I'm told maybe they were Glocks or whatever. It doesn't matter. They were handguns. And I've even heard, allegedly, that he used a silencer or a suppressor. Well, I mean, the obvious reason for using that is not to draw attention to himself, that to give himself a little bit more time to finish his deed. Of course, I was reading the news this morning that he shot one person in a parking lot, one of his co-workers in the vehicle. Don't know whether he had a silencer or a suppressor on the gun at that point or not. Don't know if he even had one at all, but it makes sense. That way he wouldn't draw as much attention as that. Because you're talking about he was in a municipal building, okay? We're not just employees there, but people are there. I mean, maybe that's where they go pay taxes and water bills and stuff. I don't know. Who knows? So I'm going to shut up. So, you may say, well, what's the answer to all this, Kevin? Well, get yourself a gun. A gun trumps everything. G-U-N, gun, firearm. It trumps everything, okay? When I say everything, I mean things like knives, forks, rocks, bricks, whatever, okay? And get yourself trained. Get yourself trained. Get you a concealed carry permit and take responsibility for yourself and your family. Don't depend on the government or the police to do it for you. Speaking as a former police officer, we can't be everywhere all the time. All right, we just can't do it. Wish we could, but we can't. I all the time told people when I was an active police officer, it's up to you. It's your responsibility to defend yourself. And woe unto you if you go out there with your family and whatnot, especially where places where you can carry firearms and you don't. You don't carry it. I always tell folks in my concealed carry class, I said, can you imagine you, Mr. or Miss Citizen, being a law-abiding citizen and have a concealed carry permit, a North Carolina concealed carry permit, and you go into a restaurant somewhere that allows you to carry your firearm in there because they don't have that stupid sign on the door, and some knife-wielding moronic maniac comes in and starts wielding a knife and coming towards you and your family at your dinner table where you're seated, and you left your gun out in your car. You know, I always say, if you're ever going to need a gun, you're going to need it when? If you're ever going to need it, you're going to need it right then, right now. So what does that mean? Real simple. It means you need to carry it on your person, not leave it in your freaking car. You need to carry it on your person. All right? But there's going to be a lot of you out there and society as a whole is like this, is you're thinking, well, God almighty, that was awful what happened in Virginia Beach, but, excuse me. But the chances of that happening to me are slim and none. I just don't think I'll ever be in a situation like that. You might not, and you probably won't. But these people were in Virginia Beach, and other people will be in that situation in the future, probably in the near future. Get yourself a firearm. Those of you who say, well, I'm scared of guns, then that's why you get the knowledge. There's two kinds of fears. There's one kind of fear when you're walking along a ledge and you look down and it's a mile down. You know that if you slip and fall, you're probably going to die. Gravity is going to do its thing, okay? Then there's another kind of fear, the fear of guns. What takes care of that? Knowledge, learning about the gun. All right, learning about the gun, getting training from somebody that's proficient. Okay, that everything they ask you to do, they can do, and they can do it with proficiency, okay? Don't like it when an instructor out there will instruct people to do this or do that on the range, and they won't do a demo or something, and, they need to demonstrate that, for one thing, they can do it and that it can be done. And I'm not talking about anything over the top or ridiculous, okay? But it's, anyway, so I wanted to do a video on this. All right, I'm at 11 minutes, so I'm going to get out of here, but I always leave my videos with stay armed and stay safe. Is that a guarantee that you're going to safe? No, but it really increases the percentages that you're going to stay safe and you're going to stay alive when you carry a gun and you stay trained. All right? So I'm going to get off my high horse. We're at 1606 Westover Drive, Sanford, NC 27330. Carolina Firearms Training, Gun Sales Incorporated. Yes, we sell guns, and we also offer training as well, from a beginner all the way to an expert, if you want to say you're an expert or whatever. But anyway, let's just be in prayer for these folks, the victims, the families, and even the Craddock's. The Craddock family put their condolences out there, which I really thought that was a good thing for them to do that. They couldn't control their son or their cousin or their uncle or whatever, anything like that. So you can't be mad at them, okay? Mr. Dwayne Craddock, made the decision on his own to do what he did, most likely. So, all right, y'all have a great day. Stay armed and stay safe. See you.